Hey guys, I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen to me properly, as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please let me know, guys. Hello everyone, I hope that I'm live right now, guys. Please do let me know if you guys are able to listen to me properly, as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video. Aniket Gaikwad. So yesterday I registered for the full stack web development, still didn't get any updates. So basically almost 47 people have registered up till now. And so I was running late because I was having a meeting right now with all the companies because we were updating them for the pilot that they have done with us. So they gave us 50 seats in total for us to execute upon, and we got 47 registrations in just one day. Our plan was basically we thought that for the entire month we will be able to get 47 like 50 registrations. So I was basically convincing them that if it's possible, give us more seats for the pilot so that we are able to include more number of students as well. So I've told me that they can take up like 15 20 more seats itself, but they will need one more day to like think about it and all those kind of stuff. So I was like, okay, no issues, we'll be pretty chill. Okay, we'll wait for one day. That is the reason why today's bootcamp started a bit late. I'm extremely sorry, guys, that due to this particular reason that our bootcamp started a bit late. Okay, but no issues in that. What I will be doing right now is that I will be talking to them again today and tomorrow as well. Most probably they will be giving us one more seat. I don't think so that they will not be giving us like, I'm trying to make sure that we are able to get at least 50 more seats itself. But right now almost 47 people have already registered, and because there are so many people that are registered at once, I thought that only 10 people will be registering. So I was pretty sure that we'll be able to reach them out to them in like 2 days. So it'll take us 1 or 2 days more to reach out to everyone who has registered, talk to them and figure out if they're a good fit for the batch or not. So give us 1 2 more days. I think so we'll be calling you guys very soon. Okay, you don't have to worry about that. That is right now my first priority itself. Okay, so I didn't remember the lecture was 6 p.m. So I missed last day lecture of Python Bootcamp. Can I get certificate? Please reply. Uh, no issues. If you have missed just 1 or 2 days, we'll be handling that. Okay, you don't have to worry about it. For us, it's much more important that you are actually studying in the bootcamp. Okay. Today bootcamp will end. Where will you say about it? About seat? I don't know. I thought that. Some more seats are much more important for us because a lot of people are interested in it. So I'm currently talking to the companies. They have told me that they will be providing me 24 25 more seats itself. Let us wait for one more day. Let us see what happens. Okay. So I forgot to register of the backend bootcamp. What should I do? No issues, Rachit. Just fill up the attendance on time every single day. We'll consider that as your attendance itself. You don't have to worry about it. Okay. Sir, I'm eligible for backend development. Even I had not given attendance yesterday. First day attendance, it's fine if you're not giving it us. Okay, but from today, attend the classes on time. So books for C++, Java and JavaScript. Shubham, please do not study C++, Java or JavaScript from books. These are not meant for books itself. Please study it from proper like Google practice itself. Okay, don't use books for this. These are not theoretical in nature. Okay, these are much more practical in nature, practical languages itself. Okay. So this is my first boot camp. Do I get certificates in email? Yes, Dhruv Negi, you will get certificates in email itself. So when we'll get the Microsoft certificate of front end dev? I think so. The front end development certificates have been sent. I'm not very sure of it. Just check up LinkedIn if people have got it or not. But I think so that the certificates will be sent to you guys on email itself via these companies on time. You don't have to worry about it. Today I will be discussing about when you are going to get your certificates for this particular bootcamp. I'm going to discuss about what project you have to build. I'm going to discuss with you about how you have to submit the project as well. What is the deadline and everything. Okay, all these I will be sharing with you guys. You don't have to worry about it. Okay, so okay. Sir, I have not got certificate of appreciation, but I have registered for the bootcamp. No issues in that. If you are having 5 days of attendance, you will be getting the certificate, so you don't have to worry about it. Okay, so let me know, guys. So thank you so much for the response that we got yesterday. We were not expecting it. Okay, of course, because our team is very small. We only have 5-6 people working in operations. We have 32 instructors. So the number of instructors are much more than the number of people in operations that we have. So thank you so much for the generous response that you guys gave. Because of your response today, I was forced to talk to all the companies once again, trying to get more number of seats because of the response that you guys gave us. So yeah, thank you so much for that. So which language you prefer among C or C++? Of course, C++ at any particular point of time. Okay, so okay, can we start with our today's class, guys? Please let me know. Can we start with our today's class, guys? Please let me know. Can we start with our today's class, guys? Please let me know, guys. Amazing, amazing. So first is the first topic. I told you guys one thing that we ignored for yesterday. Yesterday we ignored one thing. Can somebody remind me what was the thing that we ignored yesterday? Can somebody let me know? I told you guys one thing, right? We will be talking about it today. Can you guys let me know what was that? Can you guys let me know what was that, guys? Model.compile, that's a great, guys. Optimizers, okay, losses, that's amazing, amazing, amazing. So that is what we'll be discussing about today as well. We are not going to go into our mathematics in that, but we'll just get a generalized idea about what it is and how does it function. In the meanwhile, guys, I gave you guys one assignment as well, if I remember it correctly. What is the difference? Okay, I told you guys to study about the mathematical difference from a graph standpoint between softmax and your sigmoid function. Okay, have you guys done that? Softmax and sigmoid function, the mathematical difference, the difference in the graph that is there between softmax and sigmoid. Did you guys do that? Please do let me know, guys. See, if you have not done it, please try to do it today. Okay, it's very important. Okay, it's very important. If it was not important, I wouldn't have said it as well. I don't want you guys to waste your time. Because it is important, that is the reason why I'm telling you guys for this. Okay, please make sure that you are learning about the softmax and the sigmoid function, guys. Okay, please make sure about that. Okay, it's extremely important. That is the reason why I'm saying it to you guys again and again. Okay, so let us start with our today's class, guys. Let me open up the code. Collab. Because I'm doing both of this stuff together, that is the reason why sometimes I might forget, because I'm doing the web development bootcamp as well as the data science bootcamp. So for web development, we'll be using Code Sandbox. For this, we are using Collab itself. So I might forget about some of the points at some particular point of time. Just it's fine. Okay, it's fine. No issues in that. So let us get started with this, guys. I've been speaking for almost the past 6 hours to different companies. So if my voice doesn't sound good or it sounds a bit like weak or just like lazy, just understand that for the past 6 hours I've been continuously speaking to various people. So just make sure that you are able to enjoy, you are able to understand. Okay, so let us get started with this. So yesterday we ran this particular statement: model.compile loss is equals to sparse categorical cross entropy and optimizer is equals to Adam. Okay, these are the two things that we learned about. Of course, we are not going to go into deep about what these are and how does means like the mathematics behind it, because frankly speaking, you will not be able to understand. That is the reason why I'm not going into the mathematics of this as well. But still, a general idea about what we are doing here is something that you need to understand. Okay, this is something that you need to understand. So if you guys remember, we have talked about weights, right? What are weights? Can you guys let me know? We have talked about weights. Can you guys let me know what were weights? Can you give me an example which I used for showing you weights itself in deep learning? I've told you guys about weights, right? Think about it. Somewhere I've used the word weights repeatedly. Okay, where was that? Where was that particular point where I was using weights? Okay, I was calling something as weights. Could you let me know? A, B, C, that's great. So Anya Pranav. Okay, that's great, Anya Pranav. You have set it up correctly. The ABCs of the AX1, BX2s plus CX3s. I call the ABCs as weights again and again. Okay, so in the technical term, you don't call it as ABC, you call it as weights. And you represent it not by ABCs, but W0, W1 and W2. Okay, instead of using ABCs, you will be using these notations because the technical term for that is weights. So how our like how our neurons will basically look like is, this is our neuron. You are having the the sigma function right over here, the activation function right over here. You are having the inputs. Okay, let's assume you are having two inputs, x1 and x2. Okay, and you're getting the y right over here, y is equals to, so your weights will be represented as w1, w2. So your a and b becomes w1 and w2, and your c becomes w0. Okay, you call the c as w0. That is called as the biasing weight itself. Okay, so w1, w2 and w0, these are just your abcs itself. Just you are writing abc as w1, w2 and w0 itself, and the equation becomes w1 x1 plus w2 x2 plus w0. Okay, that is how your equation will be written as, and then your g of this. Okay, that is your activation function that you are performing right over there. Okay, so that is we refer to them as weights. These weights you actually don't know. That is the main question right over here. What you know? Okay, so this y is basically your y hat. Okay, or y prediction value itself. This y that you have written right over here is referred to as y hat, or the value that you are predicting. Okay, so you are having this x1 and x2. Okay, you are having this x1 and x2. You know these values, right? These are your inputs itself. Right now you are having, so the training data. Okay, if you remember the training data, you're having the x train. Okay, and you're having the y train, right? You guys remember this? You're having x train and y train. You already know what x1 and x2 are. Okay, you already know what x1 and x2 are, right? Because x train is a value that you already have. Am I right or wrong, guys? Please let me know. Just think about it. X train value, you already know about it, right? Because x1 and x2 you already know in x train itself. Similar to that, the y train, the actual value, if the value of x1 is equals to 1 and the value of x2 is equals to 1, then the value of y train will be 1. You know that. Okay, if x1 is 1, x2 is 1, your y train should be equal to 1, right or wrong, guys? Your y train should be equal to 1. That is also something that you already know. Okay, but looking at this particular equation, okay, g of w1 plus x1 plus w2 x2 plus w0 is y hat. Okay, this y hat is your prediction value, y pred, pred. We saw that, right? Y prediction is the predicted value. Okay, you want this predicted value to be as close as the actual value. So y train is basically your actual value, and your y pred is basically your predicted value. You want your y pred, that is your y hat, to be as close as possible to the y train. So you want to find the values of w1, w2 and w0 in such a way that your y pred, that is your y predicted, is as close as possible to the y train. Am I right or wrong, guys? Please do let me know. Are you able to understand this problem statement? Okay, are you able to understand this problem statement, guys? That you want your predicted value, that is y hat, okay, y underscore pred, to be as close as your y train, the actual value that you required at the values of x1 and x2, that is the x train that you already know. Okay, so now your question becomes, your question basically becomes that so you have the value of x1, you have the value of x2, you need to find the values of w0, w1 and w2 in such a way. Okay, you want to find the values of w1, w0, w1, w2 in such a way that your y hat, okay, that your y hat, that is y pred, is as close as possible to the y underscore train. Okay, as close as possible to the y underscore train. This is like almost as close as possible to y underscore train itself. That is your problem statement right now. Okay, that is your problem statement. Okay, now how to solve this problem? Okay, how to solve this problem? So solve this problem, what we can do is the basic thing that we can do, test out different values of w0, w1 and w2. Okay, the first thing that we can do is we can test out different values of w0, w1 and w2 that gets it as close as possible to the y train. Now, how to find the difference? How to find that, okay, your y prediction value is as close as possible to y train or not? Okay, how to have hit and Jamin, you are absolutely right. So let us try to understand this to find out whether your y hat. Okay, let's do one thing. Let us do one thing. Let me just copy everything and delete it. Oh shit, I did something. Okay, Control A, delete. For the past 2 days, I've been using a Mac. Now I have forgotten how to use the Windows laptop. Okay, so let us try to understand one thing. Let us try to plot the values of y. Okay, so let us do one thing. Let us draw a graph. Okay, so this is the y or the y hat value. Okay, this is the y, or let us draw. This is the y hat value that you have got. Okay, and this is the x value that you are having. Okay, let's try to understand in a very simple terms. Okay, if your x value is this is the y hat value that you are getting right now. Let's assume that the function that you're using is x equals to y. Okay, this was the original like your x train, x underscore train, and your x underscore y underscore train. Okay, this is very shitty handwriting. Okay, your x underscore train, okay, and your y underscore train data is basically when x is underscore train is 1, y underscore train is 1, x underscore train is 2, y underscore train is 2, x underscore train is 3, y underscore train is 3. Similar to that, 0 and 0. So basically you're getting a straight line, right? Your x and y, okay, x underscore train and y underscore train has the equation of x is equals to y. Okay, has an equation of x is equals to y. So let us plot that first of all. So this is your original, okay, this is your original relationship between x and y. Now, this is your original relationship between x and y itself. Now your y hat, okay, y hat is something, let's assume that for some unique values, some random values of w0, w1 and w2, okay, you are taking some random values of w0, w1 and w2, and you are getting the y pred, okay, or y hat, okay, y hat as some values. Okay, you are getting some values for y hat. Let us try to plot them up right over here. Okay, so you are having, so for this particular value of x, you are getting this particular value of y. Okay, for this particular value of x, you are getting some value right over here. Okay, this is the value of y that you are getting. Okay, let us draw some lines as well so that it is evidently clear. For this particular value of x, so these are the points that I'm trying to make is the y hat that you are able to get for different values of x. Okay, for different values of x, what is the y hat that you were able to get? Now how are you going to find out, okay, what is the error? Okay, how what is the error of your equation? Okay, whatever prediction that you made, whatever values of y hat that you found, what is the error in that? Okay, how will you find out? Can you guys let me know how wrong are your predicted values? If I'm saying that, okay, let's assume that for this particular value, for x1 value, you are getting this particular value of y hat, y1 hat. Okay, so what is the error? Okay, so according to x1, this should have been the answer. Okay, this should have been the answer, but there is some error right over here, right? There's some error right over here. So what is that error? What is that error, guys? So that is basically your, let's assume, so if this we are considering it as y1, okay, so y1 minus y hat 1, that will be your error, right guys? Y1, but that is the original value that you were having minus y1 hat. Am I right or wrong, guys? Please let me know. That would be error, right? y1, that is the original intended value, the actual value that you needed to have at x1, and y hat 1 is the predicted value that you had. So this is the error. Now if you want to calculate your entire error, if you wanted to calculate the entire error that you had for your all the plot points, you just need to add the entire stuff up. Okay, so you need to add, so from I is equals to 1 to I is equals to n, you want to add yi minus yi hat. Am I right or wrong, guys? Please let me know. If you want to calculate all the errors that exist, so you want to calculate all these values. Okay, you want to calculate this particular value, 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 you want to calculate this particular value and this particular value, and you want to add all these up. Okay, you want to add all these up, you want to add all these lines up. That will give you the total error that you had. That will give you the total error that you had. Now, is there a problem with this? So let's assume that this particular error is negative. This error is positive. This error is again negative. This error is negative. This error is positive. This error is negative. This error is positive right over here. So it is a particular, there is a chance wherein when you're adding all these error up, you are able to see from this graph that there is error in your predictions. Okay, you are able to see from this graph that there is error in your prediction. But because some of them are negative, some of them are positive, when you're adding all the errors up, you are getting 0 as the answer, right? There is a possibility that you are having, when you are adding negative errors and the positive errors, that might get added, and your answer, your net error might be 0. But are you able to see? You are able to see right over here, right? There is no 0 errors, right? You are able to see from right over here that there is no, the errors is not 0. Okay, the errors is not 0. So if I am calculating the average error, it will be the sum of all the total errors divided by number of points, that is n. Okay, the number of points, that is n. So that will be our average error. Okay, that will be our average error itself. But you are able to see that adding positive and negative together, it might take up a case wherein like the positives and the negatives cancel out each other. It is showing you 0 error, but there is still some error. So for that particular reason, there are two things that you can do. First, you can take up a mod. Okay, so summation of I is equals to 1 to n, that is the number of points that you are having. Mod of yi, that is the actual value, minus yi hat divided by n. Sorry. Mod of this divided by n. So all these errors will always be positive. So all the negative errors will also be positive. All of them will be added together, and then you are getting the average error itself. Or the second thing that you can do is that you can square it. Okay, so summation of I is equals to 1 to n yi minus yi hat, the whole square divided by 2n. That is also one of the formulas that you can do. You can either mod it up or you can square it up. Okay, that the choice is totally up to you. You can either mod it up or square it up. The choice is totally up to you. So that will give you the error right over here. Am I right or wrong, guys? Please let me know. Am I right or wrong, guys? Please do let me know. So you can choose between any of these options. Okay, this is called as the error function. This is called as the error. Okay, this is called as the error itself. So absolute error, you are having mod error, you are having squared error, error itself. There are different kinds of error that you can use at any particular point of time. Now you want this error to be as low as possible, right or wrong, guys? You want this error, the difference, the actual mod difference or the square difference of the actual value and the predicted value. Okay, the actual value and the predicted value to be as small as possible. Okay, as small. So why 2n? So 2n, that is basically the formula itself. That is the reason why I put up 2n. That is the formula that we use. So that I'm not confusing you guys. Just remember that this is the formula that we use right over there. Mean squared error it is called as. Because it is mean, so we just divided by 2n itself. No issues in that. Like I said, these are the errors. We want the error to be as low as possible. So what we'll be doing is, we'll again be plotting another graph. Our job is to make sure we are able to plot as many graphs as we want. Okay, so we'll take up another graph. Okay, and we'll plot the error. Okay, we plot the error with different values of weights. Okay, we'll plot the error. Can error be negative? For this particular mod, because it is a mod, it cannot be negative. It is a square, Nagendra, it cannot be negative. It's basic maths. So by seeing the equations itself, you should be able to understand that it cannot be negative, right? Because if the mod is positive, you are adding only, then how can it be negative? Nagendra, I hope that you are able to understand this. So we'll be plotting the error versus the weights. So for some random weight itself, for some random weight, so for example, this is the weight W0, W1, W2. Okay, for W0, W1, W2, this is some random values of W0, W1, W2. You will get some error right over here. Then you will get some other error right over here itself. So W0, W1, W2, some other W1, W2, some other values of weights. You will get another error, and so on. And so you will start plotting these up, and you will get something like this. Okay, you will get something. This plot can be very different. You are easily able to see that W0, W1 and W2, we had more than 1 lakh weights itself, the parameters, the 1 lakh parameters itself. Okay, so for different particular values of weights, we can have a graph that will look something like this, and there will be some particular value. There will be some particular value of W1, W2, W0 that will give you the least amount of error. That will give you the least amount of error, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. There will be some particular value of W0, W1 and W2 that will give you guys the least amount of error itself, and that is what you want. Okay, that is what you want. Nagendra, yes, if you're not using the mod, the error can be negative, but that error is totally wrong. That is what I was explaining back then. If you're not using mod, if you're not using square, that error is completely wrong. So you cannot use that. That is the reason why errors are always positive. Okay, so as you're able to see right over here, you will get the minimum error that is possible. And like I said, errors cannot be negative because we are taking mod and squares. Errors cannot be negative itself. Okay, so due to that particular reason, we just need to get this particular value of W, not W1 and W2. How can we get this value, guys? By doing the minima, by finding the minima of the curve itself. Okay, this particular curve, this error curve that you plot, okay, this is called as a loss function. This is called as the loss function, guys. And the minima of this particular function will give you your error. Am I right or wrong, guys? Please let me know. Again, 10th standard mathematics. Okay, again 10th standard mathematics, guys. The minima of this particular curve will give you the loss function. Am I right or wrong? Sorry, will give you the minimum error. Am I right or wrong, guys? This curve that is there, this curve that is there is called as loss function. Of course, this mathematics we will be teaching you in a lot of depth in the class. Like we'll be spending just 3 days on this maths itself, on the class itself. But because this, I'm just giving an intuition behind it. Okay, what is the loss function, so that you know that okay, the curve between the error and the weights is called as the loss function itself. So that is the reason why I'm telling you guys about it. Okay, I'm just giving you a basic intuition about it itself. Okay, so this is called as the loss function. And now to find this minima, okay, to find this minima, there are a lot of different optimizers that are there. Okay, gradient descent optimization, you are having the alpha functions. So there's a lot of different like optimizations that are there. One of the loss functions that we are currently using is the sparse categorical something. Okay, I also forgot about it. Sparse categorical cross entropy. That is the loss function that we are using, and we are using the optimizer as Adam. Okay, we are using the optimizer as Adam. Aman Kumar, we have already talked about weights in the first day of class when we were studying about deep learning. Okay, when we are talking about the parameters and everything, that are basically the weights. I already told you about it. Okay, and we want, yes, we want the global minima. That's absolutely right. We want the global minima itself. Okay. So to navigate through this curve and to find the global minima, if you're just doing it directly, it will take you some time. So we require some optimizations in place. And one of those optimizations is the Adam optimization itself. That optimization is a collection of multiple optimizations that are there. Okay, so that is the reason why while compiling this entire thing down, we require to activate both the loss function. We need to define which loss function we want to operate on, and we need to define the optimizer as well. So the loss function that we are using is the sparse categorical cross entropy, and for the optimizer we are here using the Adam. Of course, the background of this, is it necessary to have a parabolic graph? No, absolutely not. Actually, this graph will look something in like a 3 dimensions or even in like nth dimension itself with multiple curves and shit. And that is the reason why doing it mathematically is impossible. And that is the reason why for deep learning, we require a computer to do it for us. Okay, we can just give you a like what we will be teaching you in the class as well. In the training program, we'll be giving you guys the basic mathematics that you can do it in 2 dimensions itself. As soon as you enter into the third dimension, it goes to shit, and you're never going to enter into the 3rd dimension. And whatever deep learning projects that you will be creating, it will be in nth dimensions. Okay, nth dimensions itself. that cannot be done mathematically on a piece of paper. But understanding this is very important, because in the interviews they will be asking you these questions. Okay, so that is the reason why it is important to understand the basic as well. Okay, so are you guys able to understand a bit of this, like what is the loss function? Okay, and why do we require these optimizers? Because you will be working in nth dimensions. It is not possible for the computer to calculate that. So we use these optimizers to fasten the process of finding the global minima itself. Okay, so that is the reason why we are using this dot compile method. Are you guys able to understand up till now? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand up till now? Please do let me know. Oh, you guys are smarter than I thought. That's great. You guys were able to understand in one go. Okay. I'm so proud of myself. Okay, no issues in that. So let me talk about the project that you have to build. You have to build this exact same project. Exact same line by line, whatever I've done right over here. You have to do the exact same project. No changes. Not even a change of color, not even a change of like one line up, one line down, not even a change of architecture, nothing. You have to do the exact same project. The no, it is not necessary to have a parabolic graph. Like I said, right now it can be in nth dimensions as well. This was something just to make you understand about it. Okay, it was just for you to understand it. Okay, so like I said, this entire project that we have done right now, you have to do the exact same project. The exact same project itself. Siddesh Pawar for the 3500, that is the pre-recorded program. Yes, I will be the instructor for the live program. If you are getting my batch, I will be the instructor as well. So as you are able to see right over here, these you have to do the exact same project that we have done in the past 3 days. No change, nothing, the exact same thing you have to do it. Once you have completed the project, let's assume that you have completed the project right over here. I'll be giving you guys the form for the project submission as well. Give me 2 minutes. Give me 2 minutes, guys. I will give you guys the form for the project submission. I've not yet created it, so it will take me 2 minutes to create it as well. Let me find it. Project submission. Oh, I don't want this one. This one. Submission. Give me 2 minutes, guys. I'm creating the project submission link itself. I'll create a copy of this first, change it up, make a copy. Deep learning. What was the date of this particular bootcamp, guys? What is the date? Last submission date. Okay, so today is 13th, right? So this exact same project, I think so 5 days is more than sufficient. No, 5 days, how 4 days is more than sufficient, guys? 4 days is more than sufficient for this project, the exact same project. 4 days should be more than sufficient, right, guys? Because this, like how many lines of code it is? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 23 lines of code. So 4 days is more than sufficient for it. So 23, like 3 days is also more than sufficient, but 4 days I am giving it to you guys, so it's more than sufficient itself. So 24 lines of code are there. I don't think so you should need more time for than that. If you're not able to give like 30, it will be done in like 30 minutes at max. You have to write like 20 lines of code. So let's keep the date of submission as 13, 14, 15, 16. 16th December midnight. Okay, that will be the submission deadline. 16th November midnight. Okay, so I'll change the date right over here as well. Control V. 2022, so that nobody gets confused. If you're getting confused in this, then even then I cannot help you guys out with it. Okay, so that would be it. I'll change this to your collab link. Okay, once I've completed the entire project, you can record a small video of it or take up a screenshot and post it on LinkedIn as well if you want. As you're able to see, it's not a required field, but that is just our suggestion. If you're posting it on LinkedIn, do put the link right over here. It's not compulsory, just for collecting our responses. We are putting it up right over here. Okay, this link will be available down in the let me just make the link right now. Copy this link for the project submission will be available down in the description of the video itself. I'm putting it up right now. So project submission link. Put up the project submission link itself. Yes, you can upload it on GitHub as well. Now, how to submit the project? Okay, how you can just refresh this page. You will be able to see the link down in the description of the video itself. Okay, once you are able to refresh the page, you will be able to see the link down in the description of the video itself. You can do it later on as well. Right now, I'll tell you how to submit the project. Okay, so let me just open up my tab. So I will just open up my tab. Let's assume that I'm going to youtube.com, okay, to DevTown's channel. So let me just search for DevTown. Okay, so this is the video that you are currently watching. Okay, this is the video that you are currently watching. If you go down to the description of the video itself, you should be able to see a project submission link. Okay, you should be able to see a project submission link right over here. Okay, if you are clicking on this particular link, it will open up your link, okay, for the project submission right over here. So this is the project submission form. Please use the exact same email that you have used in your attendance. Do not change the email. Use the exact same email that you have used in your attendance as well. Please use the exact name that you want on your certificate. And just remember, the certificate is a certificate. It is not a novel. Okay, if your name is very long, just put your initials and your last name. If it is a bit long, put up your first name and your last name. Please, I don't want to know about your ancestral history, that this was my father, this was my grandfather, this was the great grandfather. Please do not do that. Okay, just put your first name and your last name. If your first name and last name is very big, put your initials and then your last name itself. Okay, please make sure, because if it's a very long name, it will just go out of the entire certificate itself. Just try to apply a little bit of brain right over there. Put your mobile number, put your WhatsApp number. Okay, just fill it up right over here. Collab link. So how to get this, and you have to submit your project as a collab link itself. Okay, how to submit, you have to submit this project as a collab file itself. So how to get that link? So for example, this is the collab that I've created. Let me just create a new notebook. Okay, I will just create a new notebook right over here. Let's assume that I've completed my project. Okay, I have built up my project. This is my project that I've built. Okay, you have to build the exact same project. Okay, you don't have to change it. So it is very easy. I've already explained you as well. Next, what you want to click on is the share button on the top right corner. Okay, you have to click on this particular share button on the top right corner itself, right over here. Click on this particular button itself, share. Okay, then you want to select, okay, anyone with the link. Please select anyone with the link. Otherwise, if I'm not able to see your project, I'm not going to get you the certificate as well. Make sure that you're clicking anyone with the link right over here. Okay, please make sure that you are clicking anyone with the link. Once you have done that, okay, click on editor. Okay, click on editor. Anyone with the link, then click on editor itself. Okay, change it to editor. Once that is done, click on copy link. Okay, click on copy link from right over here. So it will copy your link, your collab link, then paste that particular link inside of this particular collab link file itself, collab link tab. To paste that link right over here, guys. Okay, and that is how I will be getting access to your collab file, and I will be checking it up. If you are not doing the project, if your project is something that I've done the entire thing, you have to do the exact same project. If I'm not able to link, I'm not able to open your link, I'll be considering that as no project submitted. Okay, so please make sure that you are providing your link right over here so that I'm able to open it up and check if everything is working or not. Okay, so that is the reason why I'm saying it to you right now. Okay, the second thing, certificates. Okay, like I said, your project deadline is 16 December midnight. Okay, your project deadline is 16 December midnight. So let me just tell you guys how will you get your certificates as well. So on 16th, so 16th December midnight, once all the projects have been submitted, we will require at least 5 to 6 days to go through every single one of those projects. So on the 21st of December, you will be receiving all the three certificates. Not before that. So for example, you are submitting it on 14th. Okay, you have submitted your project on 14th of December. Still, you will be getting your certificates on 21st of December itself. You're not going to get your certificate as soon as you have submitted it. We don't have that time to check every single project and send certificates separately. So we'll check all the projects once everybody has submitted their projects by 16th midnight. By 21st December itself, you will be sent your certificates. We have exams on 16, 17. Yes, if you are having exams, you just require 20 minutes to create the project and 5 minutes to submit the project. If you're not able to give like 25 minutes to do that, okay, you can do it right now after the boot camp as well. You don't even have to wait. You can do it after the boot camp itself. 25 minutes you need to give to submit the project. If you're not able to do that, then there's nothing that can be done about it. We are giving you guys more than how many days? I don't even know. 2.5 days itself. You have a lot of time to submit the project. You have to give just 25 minutes. Okay, it's not going to happen. I'm also studied for exams. It is never going to happen that you're from like the morning that you wake up and to the evening that you die, you are going to just study. That is not going to be the case. Okay, you can take out 25 minutes to submit the thing. Okay. Sir, can you show us how to input images and run this code in real life as well? Marisha, that won't be possible in this bootcamp. Maybe in a future bootcamp, I will organize a bootcamp on TensorFlow.js. Okay, so by using TensorFlow.js, I can convert this exact same model into an online website where you will be able to draw, the number by yourself and will show you the output as well. So that, yes, that can be done by using TensorFlow.js. That's a JavaScript library for TensorFlow for web development itself. So you can absolutely do that, but that won't be possible for it right now. Is LinkedIn screenshot necessary? Not at all. But if you are doing it, do let us know. Okay. So can the accuracy be different? Yes, the accuracy will be different for different people. The accuracy will be different for different people itself. Just don't change the code. Okay, just don't change the code itself. Sheikh, no, I cannot explain the project once again. I've done like it for the past 3 days itself. How I'm going to explain the entire project once again? I have to spend more 3 days to do that. Okay. You must have made any error in you must have not imported sequential itself, or you must have not run that particular line of code. That is the reason why you're getting this error. You have to do the exact same project that we have been doing for the past 3 days itself, guys. The exact same project. Okay. If you guys have missed 1 or 2 attendance, we will take care of it. You don't have to worry about it. Okay. You don't have to worry about it. So what was your starting package after you completed your undergrad? So basically the first internship that I had, okay, so for example, I did 2 months of internship, then 6 months of internship, then I worked for almost 5 months in Google. Then I changed my company once or twice to a startup. Then I again joined Fastnell. So if you're asking me for the first company that I worked with as a full-time employee, it was about 60 lakhs CTC. It was 60 lakhs. Right now, it is much more than that. Okay. So, okay. So now that that has been done, again, guys, almost 43 people have almost enrolled for the program. We still have 7 seats left. If you guys want to enroll into the program, you can definitely do that. I've provided you guys with all the information as well. I'm going to create your attendance link for today's class itself. Give me 2 minutes. I'm going to create your attendance link for today's class, guys. Give me 2 minutes. So for those who are still want to enroll into the 1 month guaranteed internship program with 3 months of training as well, those guys can apply from this particular link. Okay, they can just send the message to our career counselor. One of the career counselors will just reach out to you guys and help you guys out. Okay. Rola, those students who are in the paid program, they don't need to attend the DevTown boot camps itself. They directly get the certificates of the boot camps as well. So you don't have to worry about it. Rola, you don't have to worry about it if you're in the paid program itself. We directly give you guys the certificates. So you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to attend the boot camp itself. Okay. So for those who want to apply for the 1 month guaranteed internship program, where the guaranteed internship program is in companies like AWS, that is Amazon, JP Morgan and Chase, Mastercard, KPMG, Tata, Lyft, and many other companies as well. If you guys want to enroll into that, the cost will be 3,500 rupees. That will include your entire 3 months of training and then your 1 month of guaranteed internship itself. That will be completely remote online itself. So if you guys want to enroll into that, you can definitely just contact this particular WhatsApp link and they will help you guys out. I will just create the attendance link. I've also pinned it up as well. I will just create the attendance link in that particular duration. And please remember that we are going to check every single project that you are submitting. So if you are submitting some shitty ass project itself, you will not be able to get the attendance. So please make sure that you are submitting the correct project itself. The link is not opening. Is that the case? Let me just check. The link is opening right over here. There's no issues with the link itself. The 3 months of training will be there where we'll be training you, and then 1 month of guaranteed internship at one of the best companies of your choosing itself. So anybody who is like passed out, who is currently graduating, who is in first year, second year, third year, fourth year, from any branch, they can apply for that. You don't have to worry about it. We're giving you guys the attendance for today. So we have only 7 seats left. It is first come first basis itself, but by tomorrow most surely we'll be getting 24 more seats as well. I've just talked to the companies today itself. They have told me that they will be providing me with more number of seats because of your overwhelming responses. So let us see how that goes on as well. So right now that is done. Response, I'll open up the response. So if extra seats are available, how we'll get to know? Right now we only have 7 seats right now. It's first come first basis. Once the seat is done, there's nothing that I can do about it. It's a first come first basis. We'll not be informing you. That's the main thing. We'll just stop telling about the seats itself. Okay. So yeah, this is the attendance form. So for those who want to apply for the program, you guys can message on the WhatsApp link that is there in the live chat. I've pinned it up. Will there be a test after training? No, Dhruv Negi. There will be no tests after training. We will just be training you guys by providing you guys the video recordings and everything. You will be training right over there. And then you will be starting off with your 1 month internship. That is a guaranteed internship with everybody. Okay, you don't have to worry about it. Mode of payment, you can pay it using a card, using UPI, anything. Okay, that is totally up to you. Want to work for Mastercard? If you want to go into Mastercard, choose the cybersecurity. So they are giving the 1 month guaranteed internship for cybersecurity itself. So choose that. Okay, so I've given you guys the attendance form for today as well. I've given you guys the WhatsApp link. Those who want to apply for the programs, I've shown you guys the companies that are going to be there as well. You can apply it via the WhatsApp link. Just message them. The initial registration, 3 months training is going to be live. So if you're going with the live training, the cost will be 7,500. Okay, if you're going with the recorded training, the cost will be 3,500. In the live training, the instructors will be from Goldman Sachs, Google, Microsoft, that will be training you on a daily basis for 2 hours. If you're going with the recorded sessions, it will just be the recorded sessions itself. Okay, Shubham Sharma, you will be soon receiving the call. You don't have to worry about it. Okay, in 1 or 2 days, we'll be receiving the call as well. You don't have to worry about it. Okay, guys. For those who are interested into taking a part in the program itself, they can message on this particular WhatsApp number that I've already provided, and yeah, you can just get into the program from right over there. Okay, once we are able to talk to you guys. Okay, there's no prerequisites. We'll be teaching you everything from the basics itself. 3,500 including the registration cost. Yes, 3,500 rupees total. Okay, including registration, including taxes, including GST, including the 1 month internship, everything included. Okay, don't worry about it. Okay, so can you share the pamphlet of the companies, please? Sure, I will just open it up on the my computer itself. I think so. I should have it. Yesterday I showed you guys, right? So how are you able to get some internship? So it is pretty simple. For the past 2 years, we have been training students. These students joined most of these companies itself. And once they were joining there, we contacted the companies to take up an update that, okay, how were our students? Did they do good in the entire like training program? How are they currently working? So the quality of the students that we provided to these companies were excellent, and that is the reason why they approached us we approached them with the idea that we want our students to be like having some experience in your company so that your shortlisting process becomes easier. So because these companies are actually hiring from us, so they gave us this particular option that, okay, no issues, we will directly hire from you, we'll provide you guys with 1 month guaranteed internships, and we'll take students from right over there. So that is the reason why we were able to get all these companies. So as you're able to see, these are the companies in data analyst and software engineering roles: Cognizant, Deloitte, Boston Consulting Group, KPMG, Tata, Accenture, and British Airways. For your full stack web development and software engineering, we are having Cisco, Commonwealth Bank, JP Morgan and Chase, Lyft, okay, AWS, Accenture, Walmart, Infosys, and HP. For your cybersecurity programs, we are having just 4 companies right now. We are currently collaborating with Visa as well. So very soon Visa will also be on this list. Right now we are having MasterCard, ANZ, JP Morgan and Chase, and PwC. So yeah, how to solve the doubts in recorded lectures. So for in recorded lectures, the doubt will be solved very easily. Basically, you will be getting access to a Discord channel where all the 32 instructors will be there. You can post your doubt right over there, and the instructors will solve your doubt in the Discord channel itself. That is how we'll be catering to the doubts as well. Okay. There'll be multiple instructors. Okay, that will be there. I will be one of these instructors. I will be teaching backend web development to you guys because that is my specialty. There'll be other instructors from Google, from Microsoft, from Amazon that will be teaching you different topics. Okay, so yeah, these are the 3 courses that we are having. The pre-registration is 500 rupees to confirm your seat. The you can choose it for March, April, May, June, December next year. 3 years from now, you can choose any particular date when you want to join. But the complete registration needs to be done before 19th. Before 19th, your complete registration needs to be done. Okay, whatever dates, will give you a form, you'll have to put in your date itself, and then we'll be sending the dates to the companies that this is the date that these guys want to join. So I've already provided you guys with a WhatsApp link as well. If you have any questions or queries, you can approach on that particular WhatsApp number, and we will help you guys out with the same as well. Okay, so that's great, Arnav. Hope to see you guys soon in the course. Okay, and hope to see you guys in the companies as well at some particular point of time. So there are multiple ways. Siddhesh, I have already answered this question yesterday as well. There are multiple ways in which we help companies hire from us. First is through this 1 month internship. If you're doing good in that company, they directly offer you placements. Then through our partner programs, we have different companies that hire from us directly on a monthly basis. So that is the second particular case. Our instructors provide students with multiple referrals from different companies because they are also working in these companies itself. And the last particular method that we are having is companies directly send us requirements that we need these many students, and we directly link you guys up with them. So that is how we handle placements. Okay, so for those guys who are interested to join the program, they can message me on this particular WhatsApp number itself, and we will help you guys out with the same. Okay. Okay, so thank you so much, guys, and we'll meet in the future boot camp. It was great meeting you guys. I've told everything about the project, about the everything else as well. So how to submit the project? Okay, the submission link, once you are reloading this particular website, once you reload this particular page itself, the YouTube page, in the description you will be able to find the project submission link. So thank you so much, guys, and we'll see you guys in the future bootcamp someday. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you.